keep them there. He says, they serve as coffins for the missing hearts. What is love but a living burial anyway? Ladies and gentlemen, Alok Kejriwal. But Alok, before I hand over the mic to you to take the Q&A forward with Mr. Kabir Bedi, I have one question as a leftover of the last session. And we were all sitting at the table were wondering, you said that you started your business with 5,000 rupees borrowed from your wife. So some of us here are wondering, have you returned those 5,000 rupees back? Or?
So the funny part is that she's a Marwadi wife. And what she did was took equity in return for the 5,000. So she's got millions more in return. And unfortunately, equity can never be returned, can it, right? So just phenomenal, Kabir. Such an inspiration to sit here on the same dais with you and, kind of hear you. And this was pretty, this is what happens when good things come together. The right energies come together, right people. It was a very pleasant surprise for me to be told that I'm going to be, on the same sofa with you. And last night, my first reaction, and which is almost like a question, is when they told me that, we've got Kabir Bedi on. And I said, this guy is the first internationalized, if I may call you, I always think of products. So pardon me for calling you a product. But,
I'm a product.
Our first global, international, well-received, well-recognized export, international success out of India. And this was way before, we made Hawaiian shirts and made them garment exports, and we polished diamonds and sent them as diamond exports, and even way before we wrote our first source code and created software exports. So as an individual who kind of went beyond the 7 seas and braved those, stares and glares, if I may call them, how did you become such a great global success?
Well, I will take credit for one thing, that I was probably the first Indian actor to go from Bollywood and make a career abroad, because I've spent more than 2 decades outside. When you say global success, I qualify that slightly, because I don't regard myself as a star in Hollywood. I had enormous success in Europe with my Sandokan series, as well as other series that I did with them. And Europe-wide, that made me a star. But, of course, when you succeed in Europe, you think, hey, now I'm going to go to Hollywood. Piece of cake. I've done it.